Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 18th of December. So, let's have a look at what's in store for today. Euro dollar first. Now, I said with the euro yesterday we could end up with chop, and really it pretty much did just that, and I'm wondering whether we'll stay within range. We do have the ECB president speaking at 8:30 this morning. She's speaking at the opening remarks at the ECB colloquium, well, I like that word, in other words, conference, held in honour of someone I can't even try and pronounce the name of, in Frankfurt. Anyway, there we go. Opening remarks, I don't think we'll get too much coming from that, to be fair. So I'm not too worried about that, but we may get a bit of volatility, you never know. More importantly though, later at 9:30 we've got the UK inflation. Bearing in mind tomorrow we have the Bank of England meeting. Inflation is a key factor. It's due to come in at 1.4 versus 1.5, so dropping a 0.1 there. That's at 9:30. Later at 1:30 we've got inflation from Canada. May also give a little bit of kick for the Canadian dollar. Crude oil inventories, with the price of oil being pushed up, maybe that may give us a bit of volatility on the oil prices and maybe knock-on effect on some of the currencies. And then that's it really. GDP on the New Zealand dollar at 9:45 this evening. So bit of data coming out there which may affect some of these majors. As I say, the most important one for me is this morning is the pound CPI, but we'll see how that comes out. For the euro, as I said, I think we could be still sticking within this sort of chop mode. It's got its weekly pivot below, which well, there was a gap on Sunday which hasn't been filled yet, and I'm just looking at it from this hourly point of view, and it looks like it might be good for the gap, but it looks good for the gap, which is a whole of 13 pips away, so maybe it'll push on through on that, but looking choppy to soft, but we'll see how that rolls out. It's not my favourite at the moment. What is my favourite is when the pound does actually drop down as I thought it might do. Anyway, so it has. Where to today? Well, it's a shame. I was hoping it was going to drift back up towards the daily pivot, because I would like to be selling it. It's going to be a little bit more tricky from where it is now. It may just go straight down towards that S1 sort of zone. It has had the reaction from near those previous lows. Through the Asian session there, pitched up, but looks like it's just going, I'm afraid, as is the euro at the moment. So they're both just going, maybe a bit of dollar strength coming through. Yep, yen pushing up at the same time. So as I'm recording this, we've seen a bit of volatility. We'll just have to judge what happens, but any sort of any change, maybe even a breakthrough that 21 may give me the trade back towards the pivot, but otherwise I think I'll be watching the trend today and just waiting for retracements, maybe even back to that 21 for a short position. Dollar yen is in a real choppy position. Really tight ranges again. Yesterday, real little inside bar. Maybe it may edge itself back south a little bit, but just watching on the smaller time frames at the moment, it's almost wanting to bounce again. Come back to 60-minute. There we go. Actually, so even that's changing around a little bit. Maybe we've got money running back into it. I was looking at this weekly pivot at 109.15, but I think it might be a big ask for it to get down there the way it's running at the moment. But horrible price action in it over the last couple of days, and it's a bit like the euro. I'm not too inclined to get into them when they're like this. Right, that's the yen. The Aussie dollar, well, just trending at the moment, maybe finding some support off its daily 21 here. It finally came back towards its 21 yesterday. It sort of made a move off of that. Lower highs, lower lows at the moment on the 4 hourlies. Bit of divergence running through maybe on the earlier on anyway, on the 60-minute here. Has got a daily pivot untouched above, may run for that, but the ranges on the intraday basis are just too small, so it's more of a mini swing if you're going to be trading that. Canadian dollar, I don't even really need to come out the other time frames and look at them too much, although I best do. Canadian dollar, well, it does look like it's yesterday. Monday sort of moved down there, was that, and it's sort of pushing up. The weekly pivot's still above here. Maybe a break of that 34 will give that as a potential target, but again it was 75, 85, 95. It's 21 pips roughly if it breaks that area. Maybe a bit less by the time you've got your spread on there, but maybe an opportunity if it can break through that area. But at the moment, just strengthening a little bit. Just to check out oil as I'm on that subject. Yep, oil still sitting there and gradually working its way up. Maybe this will run out of steam at some point here. It's probably going beyond what expectations there. Got the weekly pivot below at 59.47. It's still just half a dollar away from the target price is $60. That may change later on when we see the crude oil inventories, but for now perhaps best left. Okay, so not a lot for me this morning, and it's one of these mornings when you look at it, maybe something would come out of the pound here as we progress and we get the news out, but it is what it is at the moment. It's doing what I wanted it to do, but too early, and the news is yet to come out, so I'll be patient. That's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.